I recently went to the cinema and saw Bugonia, the new film by Yorgos Lanthimos, the director of such great films as The Favourite and Poor Things and Kinds of Kindness, many of which I've enjoyed greatly. The new film stars Jesse Plemons as a conspiracy theorist who believes that the head of a tech company, played by Emma Stone, is in fact an alien plant planning to destroy the world or enslave humanity in some way. So he kidnaps her, holds her prisoner in his basement along with his developmentally disadvantaged cousin, and intends to expose her conspiracy to the world, something that she denies. There's the potential here for something interesting, for something complex and something really engaging, but I really didn't feel that here at all. There's so much you could make of the main character's trauma coming from his mother being injured by a medication manufactured by the tech company and wanting some kind of sublimated revenge, of the role played by tech companies in impact on the environment, on the economy, on quality of life all over the world. But instead, it goes in really no direction at all. And I found it to be extremely uninvolving and something of a chore to watch. It's hard to talk about in any great detail without going into spoilers for the last segment of the film, but despite having two of the finest actors working today in Plemons and Stone, despite having one of the most interesting directors working today in Lanthimos, and despite working from an acclaimed piece of source material, the South Korean film Save the Green Planet, of which this is a remake, this really stunk, and I didn't care for it at all. To go into spoilers, the twist at the end of the film is that the conspiracy theorist lunatic is in fact entirely right about everything without realizing it, and the film actually concludes with the entire human race being wiped out as a failed experiment. And although it fits in with the deliberately fatalistic humor of Lanthimos' other films, I mean, Kinds of Kindness ends with the newly discovered savior of humanity dying in a random car crash. Here it just feels empty and mean-spirited. And I think particularly worrying is the idea that the conspiracy theorist maniac who has kidnapped, murdered numerous people, given his developmentally disabled cousin injections to make him, to chemically castrate him. All of that is justified because on this one occasion he happens to be right about this conspiracy and that there are secret conspiracies going on. I think that's an incredibly irresponsible thing to do at this particular time. And it really points to a lack of thought that's gone into the film. When the original film was made in 2003, conspiracy theorists like this were treated with the contempt that they deserved, but now they're treated as though they deserve to be on the news and in the White House and setting a health policy that governs the rest of the world. So treating them as though they're right is basically pandering to the far right, as far as I can see. I really didn't like that element of the film at all, and it really struck me as a massive error of judgment for everyone involved to be making a film like this at this particular time. So it doesn't matter how good the acting is, or how good the production is, or how strong all the technical elements of it are. If the central core of the film, the central tenet of the film, is so thoroughly rotten, even if it's not intended to be, even if it's not actually meant to sympathize with people like this, even if it's not actually meant to give succor to all these maniacs who are destroying people's lives all over the world, it's still doing that. And someone should have noticed that while they were making it, and someone should have said stop.